this is your instructor Joy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing my videos, nice comments and donations. A subscriber asked about Stradivarius. What is so great about Stradivarius? What is such a big deal? Why are some people so crazy about it? So I'm sure we have heard this name Stradivarius at some point when you are, getting a little more interested about violins. Stradivarius is an old Italian violin that's mostly 300 or more years old. It goes for several millions of dollars. If I remember correctly, the last auction for Stradivarius got sold over $3 million US. I believe it's $3.6 million, something like that. So just to give you an idea what kind of violin we're talking about. There are several antique violins, old violins. They have a great investment value, like a Stradivarius, Guarneri, and that's another Italian school. And there's also French old violin, about 200 years old or more. It's Guillaume, another one, Guillaume, French violin. And there's several of those old violins that goes for really, really lots of money. This is very personal opinion, but if you're an investor, you see this instrument as an investment value, so you would see very different than I as a violinist would do. Me as a violinist, when I look for violin, I treat it as a tool and as a partner who can help me to do things that's in my head, in my ideas. So whether it's got certain names or whatever value the market puts, it actually doesn't interest me. I am more interested hearing the violin and test to see if this violin can do what I want to do. Can I push this violin really, really much that I can make like a cannon, like really huge bombardic sound? Or can this violin bring me really sensitive line where I could be super mellow, be super soft? Or if I bring different kind of characteristic sound, does violin respond to that? Or and so on. There are a list of things that I check when I shop for violin. In my opinion, Stradivarius, even though I do understand these old violins have very high investment value, I personally don't see a point for myself to get it, because I find it for a fraction of cost that I would pay for old violins such as Stradivarius, I can get a somewhat similar level of violin made in modern era, and sometimes even better. If you are interested in such thing, there is a very interesting blind test YouTube video. It's done by Strat magazine. I think it's called "Can You Pick the Stradivarius Violin from Sound?" So type that, see if you can do that. They play 6 different violins, first 3 and then the other 3, and they asked professional violinists to play a simple scale, then a little tune, same tune on each violin. I picked 2 violins from these 6. There was a best sounding. However, my number 1 pick that I thought that was best sounding of these all 6 was modern violin, done in this era. Sounded better to me than Stradivarius. My number 2 pick was Stradivarius. So my second best one was Stradivarius, simply from blind test, just simply hearing it. And then the best sounding is one of all 6 violins from this blind test YouTube clip was modern violin. So it again goes with my idea. If you want to invest in an instrument, or if you want to keep it so that it carries its value, and maybe you want to give to, you know, your family or next generations, then maybe it's not a bad idea to treat it as an investment item. But I personally don't find that necessary. I don't have that millions of dollars, and I just don't see the point. I used to have an old Italian violin. I was lucky enough that my parents were able to give that to me as a present when I was like 12 years old. They were told that all violinists must have old Italian violin. So, you know, they did it. And then when I grew up, I realized this violin is not doing what I want to do. So I went to New York. New York had that, they had this, I don't know if they still do that, they had this huge convention where 800, 700 different violin makers from all over the world come to New York, Manhattan, brought their violins, old and new violins from that, their investors themselves, their makers themselves, their collectors themselves. They brought that one. So I had tried it 3 days straight. I tried it maybe even like 80 to 90 violins a day. So it was, at the end I had a huge headache because I was playing all these different violins. But again, and I came to the same conclusion, old expensive violins are not always the best violin. There are nice violins, I mean I'm not denying that, but again, I found out very well made modern violins in this era, not always several hundred years ago. The modern violins were just better sounding. Not only it sounds better, bigger, more resonant, more even, speaks better, responds quickly the way that I want it to do, but also they're so good, they made it look even antique. So from look and sound, it's really hard for the audience to say. So now what I play is modern violin too. A French violin, a violin maker in his 40s, fit and well alive, very nicely made, in my opinion. And again, I paid a fraction of the cost that my parents had to pay to my old Italian violin.